These influencers are lying to you about these AI editing video tools, and today we're debunking them. So let's take a look at this. So I'm scrolling on Instagram. I follow a lot of people I find interesting, and I see official Andy Elliott. He was recently on a podcast with Jack Neal. I've never heard of this guy before, but looks like he's interviewed quite a few popular figures. So kudos to this guy. And this clip came across my feed here. Really interesting clip, really personal story about Andy Elliott and why he's not close to his mom. And I bet you money, and I'm doing this live. I didn't do it before recording this. I'm doing this live. I bet you money that these video editing tools would not get this clip because it's a little controversial. So I'm going to go ahead and run through this. This clip got 4 million views. Here it is, 4.1 million views on Instagram. So this is a viral clip. Let's see if these AI video editing tools will get this clip. So what we're going to do is find the whole podcast on YouTube, which I already did. I got it ready here. Jack Neal, he's got 3 million subscribers. It's pretty damn good. We're going to go ahead and copy this link. And then we're going to come here to Opusclip. Everyone talks about Opusclip. So we're going to go ahead. 1 long video, 10 viral clips. Easy. Get it done faster. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to sign up. All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get some clips then. All right, is it going to do it or not? Okay. All right, so we're waiting here. We're waiting for this video processing. It's fetching it. It's doing the clips. While we're waiting on Opusclip, I'm going to try CapCut because CapCut has this feature too. And you know what? I like CapCut specifically just for captions. I use CapCut for a lot of my videos, and they actually have a feature here. It says long videos to short. So we're going to try this. And so I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop a file in there. So let's go ahead and get this file. I have this loaded up. I downloaded the podcast here, and I'm going to upload this here. And let's see. So it's going to ask you what kind of clips you want. So CapCut's limited on this. So let's say 60 to 90 seconds. And the text that you saw in this clip, see, it's just very simple, just pops up really fast. So let's see if we can find something to match that. It's like that one. I'd say it's like this one. Maybe like this one too. Let's just go with this yellow one and maybe we could change it, the color. You know what? We'll run it on auto because I don't want to limit it because what if it finds it, right? All right, so convert. Let's see. Okay, great. Okay, so we're live testing it and we're going to see. Now, while we're waiting for this, there's like 3 main things that I talk about when it comes to editing videos. I actually made a little video about this on my Instagram here. So let me actually pull this up. And I talk about this. So it's basically editors who don't know what they're doing. They're just adding extra flair. They don't care. They don't care about your brand. They don't care about you as a person, what you have to say. They're just getting the job done. And then there's editors like us here at Vision Setters where we understand your audience. We understand your brand. We understand what your goal is. And so we're going to make the clip specific to that. But also if we see something that has the potential of going viral, we're going to create that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This video I made here. Exact interview, except the one on the right got 2,000 views and the one on the left got over 200,000 views, even though the one on the right had significantly more editing. This was because of one key strategy that you can actually use in your own videos. What's the strategy? Well, the video that got 200,000 views had a very strong verbal, visual, and auditory hook. If you don't know, the hook is the first 3 to 5 seconds of a video that gets the viewer to stop scrolling and watch more of the video. So I'm going to show you with this Andy Elliott clip. It's exactly the same. Look at how this starts. Look at how this starts. I'm going to restart it here. He says, have you ever met your mom before?
Yeah, I've met her a couple times. She's a straight loser. My dad, I get into a fight with him in the 7th grade. Never met my mom in my life. And I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna go live with my mom. He's like, you wanna go see your mom? We're broke, but I'll buy you a plane ticket to go see your mom, just so you never open your mouth again. My dad flies me out. Mom's waiting there. She's like, we're going fishing. We're gonna stop by the convenience store real quick, get you something to drink. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're going straight to the lake. I'm like, coolest mom ever. I literally go in, get a drink. I'm in the car. I'm waiting for about an hour. My mom never shows up. So finally, I asked the lady to go in the bathroom bathroom because I think my mom's in there. And she went in there and she's like, your mom's passed out on the floor. I remember looking in there and there's 2 bottles of vodka on the floor and my mom's done. Social services pick me up and fly me back home that night. My dad picks me up at the airport. He's like, how's that trip with your mother? And I'm like, good. I didn't see her again for 12 years.
Have you met your mom before?
Yeah, I've met her a couple of times.
So really, really powerful clip, really personal story there. And the editor did a really, really good job of finding the hook that's going to grab your attention. When I was scrolling through my feed and I saw that, I was like, I didn't really hear what Jack said. But then when Andy was like, yeah, I met her a couple of times. I'm like, wait, what? Did you talk about your mom? Boom, it made me stop. Now, a couple of notes on this clip is that the audio is kind of distorted. So they boosted it up way too high. The music choice was really good. That's a really good music choice from Interstellar. It's a really great theme. And then, of course, the subject matter of what he's talking about, really powerful. And then the B-roll. He could have gone without the B-roll, but I think the B-roll was the way they selected it in this clip was powerful. So, yeah, he says my mom's a straight loser. I'm like, what? You're paying attention. You're stopping. He's calling his mom a loser. Who does that? And then you understand why, that experience. So the B-roll choice there of the plane and then fishing. Okay, good. I think that was an AI video. Lasted 1 second, 2 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds right there of the lake. That's it. That's it. And then you just got the professional text right here in the middle. They also kept Andy in the middle of the frame here, which is key. Very key here. Basically the eyes. You want to keep the eyes around this line. There's like a line here. If you were to divide this up into 3 quadrants, you would see that there's a line here, and they keep both their eyes there. And as I explained in my video here, which was here, it's a viral video. It's clear. It looks professional. Their positioning is exactly where the viewer's eyes naturally go. The topic of the conversation gives the viewers questions, and it has really good, clear audio. The video that flopped has none of that. It has just a bunch of extra flair that doesn't do anything to actually help the video go viral. So here I'm comparing a video I did for my client, Corey, which got 200,000 views, and then one that his editor friend did as an affiliate for Samuel Leeds Academy, and that one only got 2,000 views. So we 100x'd his views, and I didn't put any B-roll. It was all text, and it was the subject matter. And their audio sounded really good because he was on a podcast with Samuel Leeds. Samuel Leeds invested in his podcast studio, invested in the lighting, invested in having people come through and tell their story. And that's why you can generate easily really good professional looking content that goes viral. Now, we know what really hits with the algorithm. When you're scrolling through, you see a bunch of crap. Like you're seeing a bunch of crap. Maybe there's people dancing or memes or jokes. I mean, I love the memes, you love the memes, but it's not like you're going to follow. Yeah, you could follow a meme page, but like if you're a little bit more serious, you're trying to learn something, you're following professional looking podcasts. And all the professionals, all the top podcasters, they look professional. I mean, look at Jack, look at Andy Elliott. Andy Elliott has a similar setup himself. Look at Patrick Bet-David. Look at Alex Hormozy. Look at everybody in the space that's doing it big. Why would you not want to look like them? Why would you not want to elevate your status immediately to reach them? So, hook in the topic is the most important part of a viral video from your podcast interviews because you need people to stop scrolling and watch more of your video. Anyways, let's go back to Opus and see if that's done. 3 more minutes. All right, it takes 12 minutes. I could have gotten this clip done already. Let's see. All right, so Descript requires you to upgrade immediately. Opus at least gives you a free trial, so let's do that. We're seeing that.
By simply copy and pasting your YouTube video into Opusclip, you can generate a month's worth of content.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
In this video, I will show you exactly how you can do that for your YouTube Shorts and
a month's worth of like shitty content. Yeah. Because I've done it before and it's shitty. So they're making a huge claim. I'm sure eventually it might get pretty good. It might get pretty good, But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Right now it's not there. These outrageous claims. These are outrageous claims. You're going to waste more time I'm telling you, you're gonna waste more time. I could have done this already. Let's see. Let's wait on CapCut though. Uploading your video, 98%. Now it's at 98%. Okay, so we're back. Let's take a look at Opusclip first here. So Opus, here it is. It just shows up there. You have 30 days before it expires, but it did some clips. Now it's ranking them, and you can even post from here, but you would not want to do that if you want to put out good content. So let's take a look at the clips here. It's rating this as a 99 out of 100. Let's see. This is their best clip. So let's see it.
Do you believe your ability to hire good quality people is like correlated with who you are as an individual?
Facts.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't hire someone. Number one, A-tier players don't work for C-string leaders. Okay. So I have a lot of A-tier players. Now, I was a D-string leader and I worked my way up to an A-string leader. Okay. And then I hired D-string players that are broken, but dude, that got a chip on their shoulder and they're pissed off about something.
That hook wasn't bad, actually. That one was okay. Let's see. I think they talked about this, actually.
You slept on a life raft in the middle of your pool so you wouldn't get bit by spiders.
So
that's a good hook. That's a good fucking hook. Hold on. No, they only have those two. So they only got those two out of that. I mean, they could have done a lot more. So I'd say the one that this one came out with is okay. But that reel is a little boring. It's a little boring, you know?
Do you believe your ability to hire good quality people is like correlated with who you
I would have. You're gonna have to edit this. This is the problem with these things. It's like you're gonna have to edit it anyways. And if you're gonna have to sit there and edit it anyways, then why not just hire an editor to do it if you're not gonna do it? If you want the best quality, or if you don't care about quality or putting out good content, then yeah, just use this. So let's look at the next one.
you don't need to be rich to have a six-pack, and people will respect you. If you want respect, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
People always will respect you if you take care of yourself. I've never seen anybody not get respect. I don't care how much money.
I would have not included the six-pack. I would have started with, if you want respect, take care of yourself. People always will respect you if you take care of yourself. I've never seen anybody not get it. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
You know, and something in sales you'll learn is that people won't always remember what you said, but they'll always remember the way you made them feel.
I would have started with something in sales you'll learn.
And that experience or customer service.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good story.
Not that guy that changed. That guy died. Really about 3,000 times he died. So like, I'm trying to remember it because
I bet there was something here before. Let's see if it'll show me whatever was before. Okay, here's the other problem about these clips. They are not in the middle. That is the other problem. This is passable. He's like in, I would zoom in more. You know, it would look like, see, so you're gonna have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself. Anyways, this is what I'm saying. You have to do it anyways. And it doesn't save you time because the clips aren't good. They're not the best. You want an editor who understands you and your audience and your brand and knows all these. They follow our framework because we have a framework that's out in the public right now. If you want that, link is in the description for that. But it follows a framework and it's really easy to see.
that guy that changed, that guy died.
Yeah, I feel like there could have been, there's probably something before this. If I really wanted to do this, what I would do is throw it in Premiere Pro, and then I'd get the transcript from Premiere Pro. I'd watch it. I'd watch the whole interview at like 1.5 times speed. Or if you're my client, me or my producer are watching it as you're recording it, and we're taking notes of like when the best clips are. And then we go back and then we grab those sections and then edit it perfectly for you, for your clips, for your social media.
Not that guy that changed, that guy died.
Yeah, I mean, this one. All right, well, going back to, yeah, go ahead, don't save. Go back to what I was trying to prove, which is basically transform your life. I'm not that guy.
And then I remember when I heard that, I was like, dude, like that just sums up.
Like, that's such a bad intro. It says this is a good hook. No, it's not a good hook. I would have done it.
Everything that I just said is that honestly, I like me, truthfully, I like me when I'm in good shape.
I would have started at truthfully, I like me when I'm in good shape. That's where I would have started at if I was going to select this as a clip. But I haven't seen the whole podcast, so I don't know if this is a good clip or not, you know? But from what I'm seeing, like, that's a pretty good clip. And the more I love myself, the more I'm loving to everybody else around me. This one would be okay. It wouldn't get 4 million, I don't think. But I think we'd get like 100,000, 200,000. If you're posting from a 3 million follower account, yeah, I think it will. Let's see.
The person I am today.
Look how zoomed out it is. This one is not zoomed in right. This one's not zoomed in. They're all not zoomed in correctly. This one, nope, not even. They're all not zoomed in where they need to be. Like how you saw here. Like how you saw in this one. See? See how it's zoomed in exactly where it needs to be. This is exactly, when you're on your phone, it's like perfectly, like it makes you stop. And then the captions, where they're placed is key as well. This is placing the captions. Where's it placing it? All the way down there. That gets covered by the caption on Instagram. On all of them, it does that. So this company is claiming that all you have to do is boom, do that, and then just edit it a little bit. No, you're going to be spending way too much time. And if your editor uses it, if they're a better editor, like, you wouldn't want my team to be using Opusclip to do your clips, because we do a better job than Opusclips, more efficiently, faster, and getting you better results. So that's why we would not use Opusclips. And again, going through all these clips, not finding the one about his mom here. I'm going to do control find mom. Not in there because it's too controversial. It's too controversial. Let's see.
They don't tell people they've been sexually molested.
Okay, that's pretty controversial. How is it not going to have the mom window? The mom one was like, that's a story. Like, that's such a personal story. That was such a good personal story. And it says, when it evaluates the hook here, it says, for one of these I saw, which one was it? This one, starting with a personal story. I'm like, what? The mom one is a really good personal story. Let's keep looking. Like, this is a personal story here too. Let's see, from what I'm seeing.
I'm gonna tell you this. The truth will set you free, bro.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go into some of your
Like, why would it start like that? This is what I'm talking about every single time. Look, I've done this multiple times. This is me doing this today. Like, this came up on and I'm like, I know I'm going to get the same results, the same shit results that I always get from this, that it doesn't know. It's starting in the middle. It's starting at the end of a sentence, and then it's going into the next phrase of a like that. That's not how you would edit that to go viral. The hook blows. The hook is terrible. It says A- hook. It's terrible. It's terrible. Do not recommend it. Didn't even talk. It never got that. Here's 31 clips. They're all shit. Yeah, nothing. 35 clips. They're all shit. Let's see. Let's see what this bad one is. 75.
And then he took the Bible the furthest. And so, I'm just telling you, like, it's biblical that Jesus hung out with the tax
Was off center.
collectors. He hung out with the car salesmen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he hung out with those people that were broken, because those were the people that were the biggest. They had the biggest changes, the biggest testimonies.
I bet there's a part there right before that could be a better start to this, and this would be a good reel. It would hit the Christianity part of your brand, which I think he's big in. I mean, he's talking about the Bible. I wonder what he said right before this. What was he saying right before this? And if I was doing this for real, I would have looked at that. Maybe we could use this as to be like, okay, we don't have to listen to the podcast, but then we'd be doing a disservice to our clients, where we're not getting them all the best clips that we can find through our listen, through our professional ear, through our vision of what we see with your audience, with your brand, what's going to resonate with them, and what would be the best clips for your social media, for your personal brand, for your business's brand. So we don't use this shit. And you can see right now, I just showed you, the results are mediocre. And it's going to take more time to go in here and fix it than to produce the results for you in our systematized, personalized, unique to you and your situation and your audience and your brand system that we have for each of our clients. Let's take a look at CapCut. Okay, so this one, it's recommended. They gave us 20 shorts here. Let's see what this one looks like.
I don't sell cars anymore. But dude, that car lot taught me to be thick-skinned. It taught me to be tough. It taught me to overcome rejection. It taught me to have grit. I mean, dude, that shit taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying?
This is actually a pretty good hook. I like the hook because it was like,
I don't sell cars anymore.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna listen more. What does he do now?
But dude, that car lot.
I would have probably skipped that. I would have been like, I don't sell cars anymore. That car lot taught me to be thick-skinned. It taught me to be tough. It taught me to overcome rejection. It taught me to have grit. I mean, this shit taught me a lot. He said this shit. So you always have to go and edit the words. And then I would have skipped to, taught me a lot. When I was 23, I wish we could have been in this era. You have to skip. You have to do a lot of editing. This is what editors do. So I would have started, that car lot taught me to be thick-skinned. It taught me to be tough. It taught me to overcome rejection. It taught me to have grit. When I was 23, I wish we would have been in this era where like self-development existed and it was real and we could learn none of this. You could read a book, but you couldn't get close to anybody. You could get close to the top people everywhere. Yeah. This is a good clip. It's a good clip, but there's significant editing that you're still gonna have to do here. And then here's the other thing. If you try to edit this, it only lets you edit it here. And then it's like, okay, before it didn't used to do this. CapCut didn't used to do this before. Now it puts into the project. But guess what? This shit's off center.
I don't sell cars anymore.
So let's see. If I were to fix this, make this bigger, bring this up, and we'd zoom in on this a lot more. I don't know why the quality looks bad. It should look way better.
But dude,
that's too much zoomed in. So you have to go in there and edit this anyways. You have to scale it down. So I would have scaled it up for that part. Then I got to scale this down to about right there.
that car lot taught me to be
Maybe I'd zoom in a little bit more.
thick-skinned. It taught me to be tough. It taught me to overcome rejection. It taught me to have grit. I mean, dude, that shit taught me a lot.
You want to see the editing process? Here's the editing process.
I don't sell cars anymore. But dude, that car lot taught me to be thick-skinned. It taught me to be tough. It taught me to overcome rejection. It taught me to have grit. I mean, dude, that shit taught me a lot.
Edit there.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, when I was...
See, I don't know why I did that. That's weird.
It taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Dude, when I was 20...
You see the transient here. What I recommend a lot of my editors here is to change the audio waveform size and boom. So you can see the audio, so then you're cutting into the right piece here. So you want to cut like about right there is fine. And so here's the other thing. Here's the other problem. So in here, you have to go to captions and then you say, when I was 23, boom. Okay. And then you can delete that, boom. But now this isn't, so this isn't the right flow for editing here. Yeah, this is a whole problem. I don't know why. Let's see. There you go. Okay. Auto snapping for sure. I don't know why all that was turned off. Those are usually turned on.
Taught me a lot. When I was 23,
And then you got to zoom in again here.
I wish we would have been in this era where like self-development existed and it was real and we could learn. Do that. You couldn't learn none of this. You could read a book.
I would do it there. Whoops. Exit that.
You couldn't.
What the I don't understand why he's doing this.
Self-development existed and it was real and we could learn. You couldn't learn none of this. You could read a book. But dude,
Man, the audio is really bad on this podcast. Is that actually how it is? They fucked up. And that happens sometimes in production, especially in a live format, in-person format. Sometimes you can mess up your podcast sound and then everything sucks.
we triggered a lot of people by saying, everybody looked at me like,
No, I think their editor like didn't edit the audio very well. So one thing that we also specialize in is we actually use Adobe Audition to edit audio. It's hard to clean up audio that's been compressed and is noisy already or has echo, but this actually has tools to do noise reduction. It's all empty because there's no MP3 in there, but you can denoise. We use an advanced method of this, which is noise reduction process. So you capture some of the noise, some of that ambient room that you hear, and then you put it back into the program, and it hears that, and it's like, okay, well, I'll just take out that sound from. So you could do like if you had the fire alarm beep. If you had that sound, you could capture that sound, and then you could remove it from a whole hour-long podcast. Ideally, don't have that though. I don't know if you hear my PC humming right now, but then I would capture that audio right there when I wasn't talking, and then I would boom remove it from the rest of the audio. So that's a process that we do there. We have a process of finessing your audio where we do noise reduction, do reverb, de-reverb, which is getting rid of the echoiness in your room. We EQ and compress your audio, and our EQing is very, very unique to every single client. We have a process for doing that. And then a compression, we use a single band compressor to compress. And then all throughout this, I'm hard limiting. I mean, I'm normalizing. I usually use normalizing. Normalize to 1.1, it just lifts all the audio up, and then you do your edits, and then the audio is either higher or lower, so then you normalize it again, normalize. And it's to keep it loud, but the volume it should be at. Not too quiet, not too loud. So they're missing, they have 3 million subscribers, and they don't have the proper audio. So elevate yourself above these people.
This at the
Like how long? Let's see other interviews that he's done. Let's see. He talked to Tristan Tate.
Necessarily want to throw you. I've noticed this with the things Andrew and I say, kitchens, but every.
Okay, so here's a problem. I've just noticed it right now. Jack Neal, whoever his editor is, doesn't know how to deal with audio. Now they can learn. But here at Vision Setters, I have a process for this to make your audio sound amazing. Right now, I'm listening to this, and I hear room echo, and I hear wind noise, like an AC's on.
Every bedroom was independent, didn't have much money. He says, you know what, guys?
The S's are too loud. In Audition, there's called a de-esser, so it will remove that sound, you know?
If I sign these papers, these honorable discharge papers.
It sounds okay, though. It sounds bright. It sounds good.
I'm back paid for all the money they owe me. So once you progress a couple, and it makes me empathize, especially the people who are.
Okay, so this is what this guy does. He goes to on location, he sets up his podcast, and then he interviews people. Instead of flying them in, he goes to them, and he sets up wherever. It's difficult to edit that as an audio because I'd rather have consistent audio, studio audio, than doing this. It works. I mean, clearly it's working, right? I mean, if you get the right people, you can get pretty viral. Okay, let's see the next clip that CapCut came.
They make a couple microphones that are a little bit cheaper than this, but
Talking about who the fuck that's Andy Elliott's audience wants to know about the
you'll
microphone?
probably have to go through 2 or 3 of them for how long this.
I would clip this up and be like, yeah, this is why you should take my recommendation of like which mic to get, because you're going to go through 2 or 3 of these, just like Andy Elliott says, learn from him.
One would last, and then it would end up actually costing you more money, plus time and inconvenience on replacing them.
Listen to Andy Elliott. I'm going to make that a reel. Listen to Andy Elliott. He's telling you. Having the knowledge on which audio mic to choose is so important. So let me save you some time and money. Here's the free list. Okay, here's where CapCut messes up again. This is the intro to the podcast.
Today's guest won't hire you if you don't have a six-pack.
He triggered a lot of people by saying six-pack or you're fired.
He went from never having more than $5 in his pocket to becoming one of the highest paid car salesmen, making $716,000 in 1 year.
Don't lose your edge. There's a line full of people that want to fucking take everything we have.
Today, he's building the Elliott Group,
I mean, the edit's actually decent, and because it's just taking the intro. And the intro was heavily edited, which most of the time, if you have a good podcast team, they're doing that, which we also do that. So, you could ship that out as a clip. You could ship that out, but the way we would edit it would be for YouTube format. So for the 16:9, and then we would make a format that's exactly the same and just convert it to 9:16, so it'd fit perfectly as a reel. But that's the extra step that no one does.
I wanted to talk a little bit about a controversy you
That clip starts with like, come on, AI, like you can't start with
were involved in. So
I hear blah, next reel.
There's going to be a day, one day, when their kid's going to be like, hey, Dad, I don't look up to you. He's going to be like,
Did CapCut find the clip? Let's see.
never seen us. And she's like, hey, when we go to this party, I want to.
Nope.
I'm a broke person with money.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Well, so
So what's the difference? So there was a part before then that I would have included in this clip if I was going to do this as a clip. But again, it's just showing you how AI starts at the worst. It doesn't start at the correct time. And it's because it doesn't understand what's the way you're saying stuff yet. It just sees a transcript. It gets a transcript and then it goes based off of that. So that's not good. It's not there yet. I think it will get there eventually, but it's not there yet. This is December 2024. It's not there yet. Maybe in a year. Maybe in 6 months. But if it is there, I'll be the first to tell you. It's there, finally. The influencers are right. Right now, they're wrong. Right now, they're affiliates and they're getting paid to push an app. Okay? So definitely, you do not want to rely on AI to build your brand and your authority. You want to do it right. I mean, if you want to do it right, if you're that type of person that actually cares about what you're putting out, what content you're putting out. But if you don't have the time to figure it out yourself, try and hire somebody, a freelancer that may know it. They may be flaky. It may be inconsistent. We have a team here. We have a system. I've been doing this since 2018. Go in the link in the bio. Book a call. Let's talk. And I'll go through exactly what we're going through. It's very simple. It's very simple. Consistency, relevancy, and engagement. Those are the three things that I've seen through my years of 2018. I've been in the game since 2018. Built my first podcast with 2 business partners from the ground up. Traveled across the country with that podcast. And then I got picked up by a bigger podcast and helped that podcast secure brand deals that were in the near 7 figures for that podcast. And then after that, now I've just been helping clients out with my business. And so I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about putting out quality content. I'm very passionate about understanding my host, understanding like, what's your vision? What's your vision? What's your greater goal? What's your grand goal for what you're trying to do with your content? You know, what's your grand goal for what you're trying to do with your content? And like, what are you really trying to do? What are you trying to build community? Like, I know it always goes down back to business, which is like ROI. What's the ROI? Well, the ROI is that once you build the following, you get more emails, you get more eyes on you, you get more put into the national discussion. The past podcast that I was in, we were in the national discussion. I'm talking presidential candidates, journalists, doctors, congressmen. The national discussion. The people I worked with, they had more speaking opportunities, more advertisers reaching out, More opportunities in general, just opening up. They didn't even have products that they sold. Their content was the product. Imagine if they did actually incorporate more products or a service or a course or a community. They'd be ranking in even more money. Now I've been learning more about that. I've been stepping into that world more into the business aspect, which I've always been keen on before. And so, yeah, that's what we did today. We debunked AI. It's shit still. It's not there yet. I mean, it's interesting. You can get some pretty interesting clips for sure, but it's not quite there yet. And you won't get the results like how I showed. Go on my Instagram, you'll see 200,000 versus 2K views. You decide for yourself. Appreciate you watching. Link is in the description. Reach out to us. Let's get on a conversation. If you have a vision that you need help and you want the best in podcasting and building shows and in organic content, hit us up. Peace, y'all.